Lisa with Sacred Living. I'm here with your reading for the week, Sunday, November 6th through Saturday the 12th. And today I will be using a different deck. I'm going to be using the Sacred Forest Oracle. Definitely be thinking, though, about whether you resonate with Archangel number 1, Archangel number 2, or Archangel number 3, and I'll be at the end of the reading with your extra messages for help with the archangels. So the first card that comes up for today is Wood Nymph Beauty. So what this card is all about is looking at what is beautiful. So my intuition is saying that from the time of the last full moon until now, the end of the fall season, now is the time to really delight the five senses and the remainder of the blessings that are alive. So this is the time of year we bring pumpkins in our house. We have the last of the cut flowers, all of those things. So if you can really enjoy some of those things, picking up a handful of acorns to put on your Thanksgiving table, any of those things are going to really help you stay connected with nature just a little bit longer as we edge into the winter solstice coming on. And the energy of that is really showing up on Monday, where we've got the pine spirit coming in. And so her pink in her dress was really bright, and the sprig of pine in her hand. So for some of us who live in areas where we get that snow in late fall, early winter, the feeling of the snow as it's hitting the air is very cleansing. And so that in combination with the pine is going to be really helpful. So whether you use pine essential oils or pine needle tea or whatever it is, we're encouraged to really take in some pine this week. We don't have to be sick. Sometimes people get in the habit of thinking, oh, it's that time of year we get colds. It's that time of year where your immune system needs a little support going from one season to the other. We were not designed to be sick all the time. So there is a natural essential oil that is in the air that is emitted from pine trees, and it is really good for our immune system. So walking among the pine trees, especially when we're getting a fresh snow, is going to be really helpful in supporting you. Diffusing pine oil, any of those things is going to be really helpful. Tuesday on into Wednesday is asking us, Eagle Spirit is coming in to ask us to take a further, take a more bird's eye view, stand back further. There's some kind of situation that's causing you a lot of distress. Because when I look at the Pegasus that's on the ground and how he can't stand it, there's something that's going on that you've got some resistance to because you don't have all of the information and you don't see how all of the things are working together. So if you can take a step back and look at the bigger picture of what's going on and not just what's immediately in front of you, it's going to be helpful to have a better understanding of how to create a change that you can live with and to make peace with some of the things. So not only is that bird got a further away vantage point, it's coming in from a different direction. So really take into consideration somebody else's vantage point in the matter that is causing you the distress. So an important thing to remember is that Mars is still retrograde, which makes it really easy to battle over things that don't need to be battled over. So if you can kind of keep your awareness about how that is going to influence how we think and take that extra deep breath in and step back, it's going to be really helpful. So then on into Thursday, Wise Woman of the Grove. And so this card actually came up upside down. And what this is this is all about finding your joy and really embracing it. So there's something late Wednesday, Thursday, and on into Friday. I feel like these cards really kind of blend and ebb together this week. Look and see where you have given up on some of the areas of your life where you either used to feel joy, you expected to feel joy, or you've never felt joy, because there's something that is just kind of pinched off, more like if somebody has a hose and is one whoop. So there's something there that you definitely, when you get that unkinked, like the hose unkinked, and all of a sudden you've got this great pressure of water, when you get this unkinked, because the tree in this is really bright, as it's calling to me about how old it is. Like there's something there that you haven't allowed yourself to partake of or even imagine yourself enjoying. So, but it's for you, it's yours. And so one of the things my conscious language teacher would talk about is if there's anything that feels like it's not for you or it's really challenging and you actually have a deficit in that area, there's an energy that's turned in on itself, and that's actually your area, one of your areas of greatest strength. So this particular joy, it's just got that kind of turned in on itself energy, and it just needs to be released. So I'm praying that your guides and your angels and creator helps you to find the people that will help you unfold it, is sometimes the easiest way, or point you in the direction of a book or some kind of thing like that. So Thursday on into Friday, Rainbow Waterfall Miracles. So what I immediately took notice of was the waterfall with a rainbow in it. And there's all kinds of waterfalls all over the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and I just love coming around a corner and bam, here's this little trickle of water that's just coming out of the side of the hill, and it's just, there's nothing like it, because I just love that free-flowing feel of that water. It just feels so good and clean. But what this is this isn't just that. This is all of the elements are working together smooth, and it's like there isn't much deviation between any of those things. So it's like it's so soft that the water becomes the light, and the light becomes the water once more, and that the water fades into the side of the earth, and it's just this beautiful soft energy. And so then I looked at these butterflies, and red is root chakra, where violet is crown. So just start to finish, if you can be thinking about all of the systems in your body on the inside as well as the outside, having that really smooth energy so that your transitions are going to be a little bit softer, and so that your chakras can be working together really well. Friday on into, actually this feels more like Thursday, Friday. So this card, Hummingbird Joy. So hummingbirds are teeny tiny little things, and then what was really bright to me was the little itty bitty feet on this hummingbird. So I remember my oldest daughter, when she was born, the thing that I really noticed about her the most was her toes. So they had her all wrapped up around the middle. Her head was sticking out and I couldn't quite see it, but her toes were sticking out, and they're the very first things that I noticed about her. So there is an intricate detail on something that you have created that's important for you to remember, because it really sparks joy. So the pink of this is just so bright. So a hummingbird sticks his little beak into the flower in order to get the nectar out, and he might do that 1,000 times a day. So one of the things that's going to really help you this week is to revisit in your mind many times over some of the little teeny tiny details that have made you really happy in the past. That's going to really help. And then the last card for Saturday, this came up upside down, and so unicorn purity, when it's right side up, usually means finding your joy. And so it's like, it may feel this week at sometimes like your joy is hiding from you and it can't quite come into fruition. You've done all the work, you're expecting it's going to come, and then all of a sudden, bam, something happens. It's important to look back into the details of the things, like hummingbird feet, that have come to fruition for you and that you really enjoy, and start to really notice how much miraculous stuff is in your way. And the other thing that that card beckons us to do is to look at life through the eyes of a child. So remember how every kid you know can stand in a driveway looking at the plainest pea gravel with this just this surprise and awe at how beautiful everything is and how amazing everything is. And so this card is really like, don't let the past get hold of you in such a way that you lose your ability to see the miracles around you at any given time. So that is your reading for the week. Now, if you had Archangel number 1, then you have Archangel Raphael, who is encouraging us to breathe this week. So Archangel Raphael is the healing angel. So you can ask Archangel Raphael to help you desire to eat healthier foods, figure out which foods are going to be healthiest for you. There's like no jobs too big, no jobs too small request for healing. So he is asking in particular this week to take several cleansing breaths, exhale slowly, and awaken your energy to release old patterns. So you can be thinking about, and I like to pray that the angels heal me while I sleep, because your ego lets go. So sometimes it's easier to ask them to remove things while we're sleeping, so we aren't like that little kid who can't quite let go of that toy while we were trying to change the batteries. Now, if you have Archangel number 2, then you have Archangel Jeremiah. So Jeremiah, I'm not always like, yay, because oftentimes he really heralds a life review. He doesn't just do life reviews. So if you find yourself thinking or floating back to the past in your mind about some of the things that have gone well and some of the things that haven't, sometimes that's him helping you to really discern how you got to be where you are by some of the patterns, because sometimes we cannot always delineate clearly cause and effect when the cause is so far away from the effect. Or sometimes when they're too close together, we don't recognize that there is causation there. So Archangel Jeremiah comes to really help us understand, and so we can break old habits that are no longer serving us. So he also helps us to cultivate and develop our psychic gifts and talents and our intuitions. So you can be asking him if there's a specific aspect of your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, all of those kinds of things that you're really working to cultivate. He can help with that. If you have Archangel number 3, then you have Archangel Uriel, and he is coming with a brilliant idea. So as per always, Archangel Uriel, that wise old uncle type of energy, is able to lead the way and say, hey, this is the clear way forward, or else to just inspire us to act in such a way. So he says, yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. And he's got a lightning bolt in his hand. So he is all about a lot of energy, forward momentum when you ask him for help. Say, okay, this is the idea I keep being inspired to act on, but I'm just really not sure how to do that. Clear my path and help me get there. Bam. I've heard a friend of mine used to always say that Archangel Uriel, when you ask for help, is like a semi-truck with no brakes. So he has got a lot of energy to help you. So that is your reading for the week. I hope it helps you. I hope you have a great week. If you're looking for a personal reading, you can reach out to me with the information provided in the About section or message me on Facebook. Take good care.